Alright, so here's part 2 of the day. I never set the time. I'm so dumb. It's 8:19 p.m. the 24th of December. Um, Gosh, I feel so dumb not saying the time because this was a remake of it because my stomach gave out. But right now it is going to be 7:19 a.m. Christmas Eve at Troy. So hi guys, Christmas Eve, happy Christmas Eve, Merry Christmas early. In a few hours it's gonna be Christmas here. But part 2 of the story is that I don't want to leave China anymore. I don't. I want to stay here. I want to come back here. I want to do my best to help here. And I didn't think that would come to me in just 2 days of being here. But I don't want to leave. It's going to be really hard to leave here, especially. So one of the things that happened at Christmas thing at 2 p.m., which lasted until like 4 p.m., was that one of the kids there did magic. He was an orphan, but I didn't know he was an orphan because he's like 17. He's 1 month older than me. And he's 17. But the thing is that like he didn't magic. He was really outgoing. He was like, "Oh, do you see these colors of this box? Do you like them? I don't like them." So he like switches them. It's like really charismatic and really not in need of therapy, if that makes sense. Like not all the kids here need therapy. Like some of them are not autistic, some of them are actually fine learning, but they just have physical disabilities, and that's him. He's in a wheelchair. But I remember because like when he wasn't doing the magic tricks, he would look at me and if we make eye contact, he will smile. He's very open. There's something about him that just seemed really nice about him. After the party ended and I finished helping clean up, I was walking and then something hit me. First of all, I saw him with one of the guys. One of the guys was carrying, was pushing him around the wheelchair. And then I said, hi. We made very small talk. It was like, hey, where you from? Like, hey, my name is Kevin. What's yours? I found out his name is Grady. 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 I always call him Brady by accident because it's a much more American name, I think. But Grady. But then after we made the small talk, I said I gotta go because I feel like they were going somewhere. I drove back to the inn. Right before I walked in here, though, the dog, is another story, but this village has a dog, very small dog. She comes up to me, and there's something about the way she comes up to me that just felt like I don't want to go in yet. That I felt that if I go in, I could go in, play Skyrim, do whatever on my laptop, but I just didn't want to. So I walked back outside, and the second I turn the corner of the building, I see Grady again. But he's alone. He's doing his own wheelchair thing, but he doesn't have a person pushing him. And then I walk up to him and I say hi. We say hi. He's always a nice guy. He's the guy who like I see him from like from all the way across the campus thing, all the way across, and he just like waves to me. I'm just like, I don't even know who you are. Like I can't see you. My eyes are bad. But he says hi to me, and then we start talking, and then I don't know. It's just we were friends from the start. Afterwards, after I met him, we started to talk. I found out that he knows a bit of English, and he's one of those people that's just amazing. Like I tell him I can speak Chinese, and he knows I can speak Chinese. Like I keep speaking to him in Chinese, but he always responds in English, and it's amazing how much he tries. He would say things that like sometimes it's very simple things, and he says it fine. Like hey, like how is America? What is America like? But then other times he say very complex things like surgery. He wanted to say surgery to me, and instead of saying 手术, which is surgery in Chinese, he explained it. He said, the doctors would like help me, do my back, which I later found out was why he's in a wheelchair. His spine was so destroyed. It was caving in on itself. The spine was literally almost a question mark. And then the doctors fixed it. So his spine actually has two metal rods. Here's his spine, there's two metal rods in the middle. And because of that, he had to stay in bed for 6 months. He couldn't move at all. And I was overhearing Jamie talk about it in the car to dinner today. And apparently they made him stay in bed for 6 months. This not only kind of hurt his walking, not that his walking was great, but then it kind of made him, ever since the surgery, he can't walk anymore. So he's in a wheelchair now. Maybe he'll walk later on. He can move his feet kind of, but maybe later on. But it did save his life. The surgery saved his life, which I'm very thankful for. The surgery saved his life. Put something on the desk before my laptop. Before my laptop overheats. Okay, so, but anyways, I was saying that, he got that surgery, and it was funny because apparently he was very muscular before, but then after the surgery, because he laid in bed for 6 months, he lost all his muscle. I'm just like, whoa, wait, what's going on here? I was like, whoa, muscular, what? I was like, what? But, we started walking out. We're still in the park here, it's really cold, and we were making small talk, and then all of a sudden, I just, he said, do you want to hang out? I'm like, what are you doing right now? And I was so confused. I didn't even know he was an orphan yet. But then later, I don't know how to build up to it. I mean, just after 1 minute of small talk, we started walking, and then I noticed that I was pushing him. I was the one behind him pulling the wheelchair, and that's the first time in my life I think I did that before. I've never done that to a person, and I don't know. It was a really touching moment. I'm touched by this village already. I know it kind of sounds stupid if it does, and cliche almost. But the second I was helping him with the wheelchair, he didn't pull. He didn't do the thing fine on his own. But he likes it when other people help him. It's less work for him. And the second I did that, I felt like every one of those stories, those cliche stories, is like, oh, the big kid helping his little brother who's on a wheelchair, and the second someone bullies his little brother, and the big kid just beat up because he wants to, stand up for him or something. Not that Grady. You see, I did Grady again. Not that Grady gets bullied or anything, but I just felt like that. I felt like I had a friendship or a relationship at least. We started walking, and it's just the whole time for the first 10 minutes of walking, I just kept thinking, wow, this is so cool. I'm gonna post this, I'm gonna record myself, and this is gonna be my vlog. This is amazing. But then after that, I started to forget about the vlog, and I just started to concentrate on what he was saying. And because what he was saying just it was really cool. I like to listen to him talk. He's very, very normal. I don't want to say normal, but he's very much like us. And it's just unfair that there's two things that makes him in this village. Is that one, he's an orphan that can't be adopted because he's 17. Once you're 14, you can't be adopted anymore. So you have the choice of living here or going out there in the real world. But two things is that he's an orphan and that he has a physical disability. He can't walk. And then, so we were walking, and eventually, I brought him back to his own house here with the 12 kids, and I found out that, yeah, he does live here. He is an orphan here, but he's old enough that he helps out more. He isn't just like someone you have to take care of anymore. He can do things on his own. But then after that, it was really cool. I only went to one house, but then today I went to Grady's. I went to Grady's house again. This is the first time I went there. And this is in a different house. And the kids there are a bit different. Like, the kids there are just so much more nice. I mean, they're all random kids, of course. But I mean, it was just every time I picked someone up, all the other kids would get jealous and run towards me and be like, what the fuck? Pick me up, please. Like, they just but the way they force it is that, they first pull on my arms, so pull on my arms so I notice them. And then I know they want to get up because, they hug my leg. And then, I picked them up. Some of them are very heavy, to be totally honest. I can't really pick up kids. They're kind of old for that now. But then, if I don't pick them up, because I've been doing that for 30 minutes, I'm getting tired here. If I don't pick them up, they start whining and crying, and then I have to. But eventually, when the nannies I still don't understand why. I asked Grady why, but he wouldn't tell me. He's like, it's not important. You shouldn't know. And I was kind of worried about it, but I didn't understand. I'm sorry. He said, it's okay if you don't understand. That's his words. But I asked him why one of the nannies kicked him out. He kind of not kicked him out, but it was more like, hey, you should leave now, etc. But so then we went back to the lunchroom and played ping pong. It was really nice. I felt like I had someone to care for. We were playing ping pong, and then because he said, do you want to play ping pong? I was like, oh, I haven't played in a while. And he's on a wheelchair, and I kind of expected it, but I didn't know how much. But at first it was like, I kind of wanted to be like, oh, maybe he's really good. But then later, it didn't matter who won. And I don't know why I thought that in the beginning of, maybe I win. But it's just the fact that, it's just the fact that, um, you know, if I hit it too far to his left, he can't get the ball. No matter how close it is, he's on a wheelchair, he can't reach down. If I hit it too far to his right, he can't reach down. So I got the ball every time. But it's just really nice because, it's not like letting him win, but it's just the fact that, I don't know, I felt like he got kicked out of his house for some reason. Maybe because he's too old or something. But then I didn't want him to feel lonely, and then I felt really good playing ping pong with them. Even though I don't know how to play, we weren't playing it properly. Like the ball would bounce twice on one side. It was just really nice hitting the ball back and forth. And then afterwards, he went to the bathroom in the lunchroom, and then I used the piano there. It's the same piano that the little kid, the egoistic one, plays Silent Night on. And then I played the piano, and then he came back and he was like, "Hey, you know how to play piano?" And then we talked. He was interesting. His mindset is that I asked him, "Do you like music? Do you sing? Do you play the piano?" He's like, "No, I'm a magician." And he was a magician. And I was like, "What do you mean?" He was like, "Well, now that I'm a magician, that's where my passion is. I don't have the same passion for music anymore. I have a passion for magic now." I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting." Cause I know it's an interesting thought that your passion is into one thing the most, and for him it's magic. And so I asked, and then right there, I started playing the piano. I looked at him since we weren't playing ping pong anymore, and then we just kind of talked. I learned about what he wanted to do in his life, and he said, "I don't know yet. I don't know." And he's saying this in English, by the way. It's not in Chinese. I'm responding in Chinese because I don't want him to misunderstand me. But he's just saying it in English, like perfect English as well. It's like almost perfect. But he said he doesn't know yet. Maybe a new passion will help him. But then I asked him. I finally had to ask him. Are you an orphan here? And he said yes. And then I wanted to ask him about his parents, but I made sure to say, 你不想说你就不要说, meaning if you don't want to say it, you don't have to say it. And I still don't understand his reaction, but he said, "Oh, it's okay then." And then I don't know what that means. I thought it meant like, "Oh, so it's okay if you say it," but then he just stopped talking. So I assumed that meant let's not talk about it, which is fine. If he was in the U.S., I would be best friends with him. He's such a good person. We talked about what he wants to do, and one thing he said he wanted to do was just stay here and help the kids. There's another person here who is also like him. No mental disabilities, but it's mostly physical. She's also in a wheelchair. Her name is Wendy. We started talking about her because she also plays the piano. But she's 22, and what she does is that she gives tours to people here, like to families that come here. She gives full tours. Of course they pay, I think, or something, but she just tours here, and it's really amazing the way she does it. I met her on the first day. She was doing a tour, and I was playing the piano, and she's like, "Oh, ni hao," and I was like, "No, ni hao, whoops, I'm playing the piano, and I don't know you, oh my god, I'm not even, this is the day that needs the food, I don't even know where food is." But she said ni hao, etc., and then later on I found that she's the person that gives tours, and she's also an orphan here, but she decided to stay here to help, to repay for everything that they've done for her, and that's so nice of them. And that Grady might want to do the same thing, and that really made me smile. He's a really funny kid. He's a kid that later on, because at 5:30 today, we ate dinner. Oh yeah, here's the other part of the story. Okay, this is gonna be a long ass video, whatever. 5:30 p.m. is when someone after the party, and I was carrying Grady. I was going to the ping pong place, but then someone stopped us and was like, "Hey Grady, today at 5:30, do you want to go eat dinner? All the staff members are. It's Christmas Eve." And then he said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" And then the girl's about to leave, but she knows me. She was like, "Are you Kevin? Are you the new intern?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, you're welcome too." I'm like, I felt nervous. I don't know these people. I don't know if I should be going or something. I kind of just want to stay back. I'm so happy I went though. I mean, they went to a really nice place. One of those really wide places where it's like you order a dish and then you have to like spin it because like there's so many people in a circle. But they're me and Grady were the only guys. There's a lot of girl staff. There's only girl staff members here. Only girl staff members. Jamie Bacon, Chrissy, Kayla, Rebecca. Shoot, there's one more I forgot. There's more, but I can't remember the last one. I promise it. Christina. And then there's like 3 other girls. That's how many girls there are. It was like pretty much 8 girls and then me and Grady. But it was we went. Why did I say thinking about dinner? I forgot. Anyways, it was really cool how he went. He went with Wendy, which is the other orphan, the one doing the tours. Wendy's the girl who plays the piano, who's on this wheelchair that I said, who's 22. But that's the other part of the story is that we went to dinner, and then, god damn it, you see, there was a reason I talked about dinner, but I didn't want to go into the story about dinner yet, because there's something about Grady that happened, but I can't remember. Oh right, Grady's a person that you can joke with. I mean, so Jamie, right? She's here. She's here with friends, Kayla and Trissa. Not Trissa, sorry, Trissy. They're like girlfriends pretty much. They're still girlfriends, like roommates pretty much in their own dorm. But when they saw Grady, right, he was getting to the chair of the van. These vans aren't ones that was, like you put your wheelchair on and then it rise you up. He has to like physically get on. But when he was getting on, right, the girls were joking. They were like, "Wow, Grady, stop taking such a long time." At first, I was like, "What the fuck? That's really mean." But then I noticed that like he was laughing, and apparently it's because Grady's a very fast person to get on a van. He's very fast. He like, bam, get off the chair, get on the bus. Like, it's very hard. It's unbelievably difficult. I started to help him, but he's a very fast person with it. He doesn't take time at all. But this is funny because he's one of those people that like can take a joke and like gives jokes back. Like, he's very funny. He's a really good guy. Dinner was fine. I mean, we went there. At first, I was nervous. I brought money. Apparently, I did have to pay. Dinner was nice, though. It was one of those, of course, circle dinners. We had a lot of dishes from squid with, I think, rice stuffed in it. I hope it was rice because it tasted like eggs. It didn't taste it, but it felt like eggs. It was some weird stuffing. So, like, really good. Like, we had kung pao chicken, I think. It's like that American Chinese dish. And other things like fish, etc. It was really nice. At first, I was feeling out of it because of the fact that like the girls there, including my boss Jamie, Chrissy, and Kayla, they seemed like, I don't know, they're like very girly. Like they weren't. I don't know. I thought I expected someone very like professional, but then it kind of soothed me to see that they were very like friendly. They were very girly. Like if they had alcohol, they would have drunk, and it would have been very funny. But they all had iPhones. What the heck? They all have iPhone 5Ss. Like, all of them. Like, they were taking photos of it, It was crazy. They just kept taking photos of it like crazy. They took photos of every food, sent it to Tim Baba, which means Tim, father. And apparently, I guess he's like the head of this corporation or something, but he's in Boston right now with 4 daughters. I don't know, I think one is adopted maybe, but it's funny because they're all joking, like, they just spammed him pretty much. Boston was like 4 a.m., and they just spammed the heck out of him, like the heck. Like, they just sent him photos. I just loved it. Me and Grady were having a really good time. Dinner was really nice. I mean, the food was decent. Some of them I didn't taste, period. No, I mean, I ate it, but I didn't taste anything. But the food was nice. Of course, I mean, the food made me have to stop my video and go to the bathroom, like, immediately. It was an emergency. Like, oh my god, my stomach hurt. But it was nice. And then, I can't really, they gave us apples. 苹果 is how to say apple in Chinese, and 苹果, something about 平新年, something about New Year's. It's a play on words. Period. But they give us apples, and I really want an apple. But apparently, I have to wash the apples here before you eat them. So I was about to eat it, and someone was like, "No, you should wash it first." I'm like, "Oh, thank you for telling me." I was about to die. But I know this is a long video, and it's a long video because a lot happened today. Today's the day that I don't want to leave here anymore, because I met Grady, because I got to be closer with my boss and her friends, because they're so fun to talk to, because I feel like at home here. Grady's a really strong kid. I mean, he's to that age that some of the nannies don't look at him the same way. Some of the nannies trying to look at him like he should be a nanny himself, like he should help out instead of be cared for. And I feel like he takes that. You know, like when the nanny tell him you should go out, you know, like all these are kids or something, like he does that, you know, and then but he takes it the best way he can, and it's really nice the way he does it. It's the way that he's an orphan, but if he was in our school, he would be amazing. You know, like he would fit in friend groups normally. He would be fine. He'd be really nice. And I guess it's kind of the fact that, you know, like I put him on the wheelchair, you know, I was the one carrying him around. That just, it really made me feel different than just helping an orphan. It wasn't just helping an orphan out anymore. It was actually having a friendship with an orphan. It was actually me. The second I carried him on the wheelchair, I didn't want the day to come. In 2 weeks, I had to say bye to him. You know, he's a really good kid. Grady, he's really nice. He's a really good kid. He's very modest. I mean, in dinner when I sat next to him, I gave him food. When the wheel came around, I was like, "Hey, have some of this." And he's like, "Oh no, I can do it myself," you know. But of course, I gave it to him like forcefully because he's one of those kids that just isn't like he's an adult now. Like he knows the ups and downs of life in a way, but he still enjoys it all. Like he knows about his family. He knows about all that. He understands my questions. He understands the questions that seem harsh and that he doesn't want to answer. He understands that he's mature enough to tell me that. And I don't know. When we came back from the dinner back to this village, I asked him, "Do you want me to, you know, carry you back to your house?" And his house was obviously the very last one down the road, like the very farthest one. So we walked for a while, and it was a nice walk. It was very nice. It was very cold, first of all. It was a nice walk. I mean, we were both full, a bit drowsy from all the food. I don't know, but it was a very nice walk. There's something about the orphans here that just, you kind of are slapped in the face. You're a Westerner. And then when you come here and help the orphans, you're slapped in the face with how different they are, with how mentally disabled they are, with how physically disabled they are, with how their learning speed is 10 times slower than you, with how their physical disabilities makes them sometimes, you know, you have to do everything for them. You're slapped in the face with that until the point in which you don't know what to expect of them anymore. You don't know what to hope for them anymore. And then that's where the magic happens. That's where you begin to notice that they have so much potential. That you start off thinking, wow, they are vegetables, or wow, like they're really not like me. And then you kind of think of them badly. Not that I didn't, but I mean, you think of them like they can't do anything. And then when you see people like Brady, or when you see even the little kids that hold onto your leg and they play with your zipper for your jacket, for your Aeropostale jacket from America, and how much fun they can get out of one toy, out of one car, and how much things they can do with just something so little, that's when you notice that it's just, they're not what you first thought they are. They're different, but they're a different type of different. They accelerate on their own, in their own direction. I mean, it's so different from my school. It's so different from IA. Because I don't even know if that's the right comparison. These kids make you surprised by them, first of all, and they make you think that there's no hope for them. But then they do things that you assume they can't, and when they do that, you have hope for them again. It's really weird. Brady's a really good kid. I think he's gonna be here for a long time, and I wanna stay with him. He's a really nice kid. Today's the day essentially that I really feel at home. I don't really feel worried about tomorrow, about do I wake up at 7 a.m. to help the kids out, or, you know, what I do because I feel more comfortable talking to Jamie with her friends. I feel more comfortable going out when I'm bored, playing games with Jamie. Um, I mean Brady, and just spending the day. I mean, the whole day I was trying to just waiting for this moment to tell everything to my UCam, my webcam, and then I guess here I am. I don't know. I guess that's what's the best part about helping the orphans, is that it's not like you're just caring for babies. It's because when you come here, you begin to notice that they're so different, that you don't have to expect anything from them. But then you have so much hope for them when you notice how smart they are and how clever they are on their own, and how in their own mindset they're geniuses. I mean, the way they play games, the way they talk, the way they're unshy, the way they don't care about what other people think, the way they do care about what other people think. All these different types of people, all these different types of orphans, all these different types of people, because they're still people. It's really beautiful to see that happen. Brady's a really good kid. Not Brady, I'm sorry, I keep calling him Brady. Grady's a really good kid. He's a kid that makes me forget about my problems. He's a kid that makes me care for him because I want to, not because I have to. But he enjoys it. He enjoys having someone care for him. And he's a kid that I feel like I can think back to and live for him and be happy that he's there, that I helped him. He's a really good kid. One of the things that he said to me in the very beginning, when it was just in the party still, I was telling him how I'm an intern here, and that he asked me, do you want to come back sometime? And I'm like, maybe, I'm not sure. And then he said, well, what you're doing is really good, Kevin. How you would come here and just bring happiness to us for 2 weeks. And I never really knew that that's what me being here means. It's not to type things like an intern. It's not to get coffee for some people. It's not to like wash clothes for the kids. No. It's to be here for the kids and whatever they need. And then the fact that he said that, and the fact that he said that if I do come back, we're all going to be happy again. You know, everyone's going to be happy to see me. I noticed that this village can use all the help it gets. There is no limit. There is never a limit for this place. There is never enough nannies. There is never enough food. Not that there isn't enough already, but I mean, there can be more. There can always be more. So the fact that he said that to me, I felt at home. I felt like someone understood why I'm here. And someone made me understand why I'm here. That in his mind, I'm here because I bring joy to the kids, and all the kids are happy to see that I'm here to help them in whatever way that might be. There's a lot of things that happen today, but I mean, little things from me going to Grady's house, you know, the little kids all coming onto my shoulder, and then they want water, so they point and they whine towards the kitchen, and then once they go in the kitchen, Grady sees me, he's like, oh shit, no, get out of there. He doesn't swear, but he's like, get out of there, the kids are camping in the kitchen. And I knew if the nannies saw me, they would yell. The nannies are people that would yell at me, so I had to like, get out of there fast. I mean, but like small things like that I wanted to mention. I don't want this to be 30 minutes long. It was going to be, I wanted to mention those small things. Then again, the more I think about it, I just think this video is a video about how I don't want to leave China right now. And it's only the second day. And the reason I don't want to leave is because I met a kid that's phenomenal. A kid that's in a wheelchair that makes me feel that just makes me feel, you know, it's just, I don't know what I feel. But I'm so grateful for Grady. He's a person who makes me love these kids in a new way, who makes me understand these kids in a new way, who makes me notice that these kids are all geniuses in their own mindset. It's only the second day. Tomorrow's Christmas as well. I hope I see him again. I'm sure I will, but playing ping pong with him, playing a song for him, going to dinner with him. Grady's an awesome kid. He's no different than the rest of us. If he was in IA, he would be one of my best friends. Because of the way that he trusts me and the way that I look to him to make me a better person. And that's what he's doing now. This place is really great. I hope I come back someday. Whether it be the summer or something. And I was saying in the other video, I can't believe I forgot this, but yeah, this place is very cheap for what it is. It's not, you're not coming here for vacation. It's not like going to Paris, you spend like $4,000. Coming here spends less than $1,000. Definitely less than even 500. Plane ticket, $500 for a month of living in this really nice hotel pretty much. There's a piano, there's guitars, there's the kids. It's really cheap here. I'm really happy I'm here. I want to come back sometime, especially if I go to my mom's place in Wisconsin and I don't feel like I'm missing out on my friends' activities in college too much. I'll probably visit back here for a winter break, summer break, I hope. Something like that, I hope. And I hope this video will encourage me later on in my life to come back. Here's this place and use it. This place is fine right now, but I want to do something for this place. It's amazing. Alright, this is a 32-minute long video, 33-minute long. I'm gonna end it for now, I think. Okay. It's 8:52 p.m., 7:52 a.m. in America, where I am, and I just want to say good night, guys, or good morning. I'll see you in a bit before I sleep, maybe. It depends. Bye.